Hello, YouTube. This is the third and final part of me reacting to Tectone's video about being a victim. But before we continue with the video, there has been a development within my comment section on the first video. Mr. Tectone, hello. If you're here for the third part of this ongoing saga, thank you for welcoming me back. Now, as always, I am willing to have a civil, long-form conversation with you anytime you are available. But there have to be caveats here. You cannot use that to weaponize, to discredit me like you've done in the past. Like you do continuously with your other guests that come on your channel. It will have to be in good faith, and at any time you choose to not conduct yourself in that manner, then I will leave, and this will serve as a record of me making terms with you so that we can actually have a conversation that is meaningful and that could potentially produce something that I would believe is constructive instead of deconstructive, unlike the last time I was on your channel and you trying to rewrite the narrative, which is commonly what you do in most cases. So, thank you for welcoming me back. I appreciate that. You can follow that up by an invitation. You know how to do it. I have you unblocked on Discord. You can unblock me on Twitter, and I can then respond to you as well. There's avenues here, but ultimately, I don't expect you to do that. But there's the invitation. I'm not scared to talk to you. You may be scared to talk to me, though. Let's continue on with this very interesting video.
Do I make it?
Now, I want to say this. Why does he have so many sippy cups on his table? I was just, after looking back at my other videos there for a minute, which is what I always do, by the way, I saw these cups here. I know they're not full of pee. Well, actually, I don't know that they're not full of pee, but I'm going to assume that they're like his sup sponsor. I don't know if he has that anymore, or some drink sponsor or something that he likes. Energy drinks. I know a lot of people use these cups to drink energy drinks for their video game habits. I mean, I'm old school. I drink coffee, but, you know, to each their own, I guess. Right? But it awfully resembles urine. I don't know.
A mistake every now and then. Absolutely. My emotions sometimes get the better of me.
Yeah, that's fair.
But 99 times out of 100?
Actually, it's the opposite. One time out of 100.
I am very reasonable.
You are reasonable.
I'm very easy to talk to.
You're easy to talk to. 99% of the time, you're not that.
I had some guy say that I'm a sociopath and that I lack empathy. Brother,
I don't know about all that. I mean, observationally, maybe.
my problem is that I care too much.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what the worst thing is? I had to deal with motherfuckers calling me a sociopath. And that I lack empathy for anybody. Once again, I challenge you to find any creator where at a point I was not offering them to help them with anything they need.
You can do that and still lack empathy because it's called a transactional relationship. And there are plenty of greedy people that do it every day who lack empathy. And they consider it just business.
Yes.
I had a drink too. I'll tell you this 15-second ad song. Ah. Crocs. I wear Crocs. Can I admit that I wear Crocs?
I was hurt.
I only started wearing Crocs like 2 years ago. I don't have them up here. I don't think I do, at least. No, they're downstairs. I already showed you them.
Yes, I was upset. Yes, a lot of people have done a lot of damage to me. And yes, I have not been able to recover from that. But I hope you realize how scary these things are. And the part that's even scarier is when people come at me with all this shit, how everybody believes it.
Well, you do the same thing and expect your community to believe you. So, again, should not be surprising that if the shoe is on the other foot and it's their community of how they think. Now, if you really want to fix the issue, do better for yourself and your community. And not rely on the easiness of manipulation or parasocial relationships or any of the other, tropes that exist in the content creation space to ensure that your community will, believe you, so to speak, because they'll believe other people too. Not your community specifically, but other communities, and you're not the only community.
It's horrifying.
Yeah, I'm sure it is horrifying. I'm not denying that.
I meet new people in the space, and the only thing I can think is, do these people actually want to talk to me? Or
No, they definitely don't want to talk to you, but it's not personal. They don't want to talk to anybody. It's transactional. Most likely. I thought at one point in time, Asmongold might have been the exception. But as of late, I am questioning that. I have not watched his content in a very long time, Asmongold, but it's changed dramatically. Does that imply that all the times before then was a strategy employed by Asmongold to gain favor and to do it, rather geniusly in order to have this arc now to basically, increase his potential worth? I don't know, but one could, make that argument potentially.
are they just here just to get a fucking react out of me? And you guys got to understand, my entire career, everything that I do is to highlight smaller content creators.
Well, again, it's transactional. That has benefited you. Because if you didn't have that public perception, you'd be royally fucked. Ultimately. Because it's the only thing that gives you a redeeming factor. And even then, to know you is to know that it's not done, in my opinion, and I could be wrong, from the goodness of your heart.
That's everything that I can do. My entire existence as a CC is to bring money to other content creators who need it. My entire existence as a CC is to bring...
Please don't say that. Don't say CC again. It's weird.
Just to...
When is this term? Like, has this been a new thing now? I've never heard anybody say CC before this.
And proper conditions to play games.
Content creation is so zeitgeist that you can now acronym it in order for it to be relevant and understood. That's scary.
Without getting fucked and people falling victim to predatory practices. That's all.
Okay.
All I do. That is my thing. And I get told I'm Hitler every day.
I don't know about the Hitler part. Um, I know your views on some politics is questionable, but I often think that most people are not racist, they're ignorant. And I'll even give you that benefit of the doubt. Most people are ignorant. They're not racist.
Obviously, it sucks. And for a long time, I can go, I don't even know what to call it. I become this, this,
Wait, is he going to have a Hulk moment? You become green or red? How do you stay normal? What's his name again? What's the Hulk's other? Bruce. How do you stay normal, Bruce? How do you stay calm? I'm not calm. I'm always angry.
stone golem.
Oh, okay. Oh. Okay, that's less impressive.
That's just relentlessly, mercilessly going forward through the lava and the explosions
It sounds like Hulk, though. That sounds like Hulk.
do what I need to do despite
It's a fucking hero's journey he's talking about. He's talking about his hero's journey as a golem. Oh, so sweet. Go ahead.
everything in my way. Wears off. Eventually, the rock starts to chip away.
Fuck.
Ooh, I don't think they
Commercials
get that here.
always ruining shit.
You're stuck in the past, baby.
He was having his hero
And
moment.
eventually, some of that damage gets to me. It does.
Yeah.
And over the past 2 weeks, you're goddamn right again.
Okay, so this confirms 2 weeks, something happened, and now we're playing victim again. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm not saying I'm right, but I'm right, maybe.
To me. You're goddamn right. And it's just
Oh, there's an edit. Here we go. I think we need more music. Hold on.
I can't tell you how many questions and how many times in my head I have to think for the rest of my life I'm going to get things that I never did thrown in my face. I'm going to be suffering from things I never did to where maybe even my kids hear about it. And I've had to have become a narcissist.
Oh, I've had to realize my narcissism. Please just stop talking about your issues outside of your therapy sessions because they do you no favors at all, Mr. Tectone. Idiocracy.
Mere sanctity of my own mental. Oh, people want to call me abuser? Whatever, man, I'm a millionaire.
Yeah, it's what I'm sure all the stock bros say too.
People want to call me an abuser? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I got a Genesis GV80, bro. Who cares?
A what? A Genesis G80? I don't know what that is. Must be in Minecraft or something. Maybe it's in a new gacha game I don't know about. Is it a car? Is it an expression machine? Is it a...
People want to call me a gaslighter? Oh, I get more viewers than you. Who cares? Like, the people who you let in are the ones who are going to be able to hurt you the most.
That is kind of true.
And the problem is I let everybody in.
You know, real talk here. Jon Stewart has another camera angle. I only have the one. If you would have let me in Tectone 7 months ago, 6 months ago, 5 months ago, 4 months ago, I promise you, it would have benefited you entirely. Uh, so you don't let everybody in, and it seems like you let the wrong people in. And I'm not saying that that's easy to know who is or is not the right people, but I would assume, and that can make an ass of me, that a lot of the people that you let in, you probably have some transactional, some ulterior motives that you're going to benefit from in the future. Whether it be Pink when she was in a cockroach infested place, you thought, well, I can turn her around and then I can, potentially get some reciprocations from that, from, maybe some of my fetishes that I have, presumably. The accusations are out there. I'm not saying they're true or not, but if we're just going to go with this narrative, LaRue being in your house rent free could be because he's your producer, he's your errand boy, he's your manager. I don't know what the deal is. There was conversations about your chef not being paid, but he could live there for free, and so on and so forth. All these smaller content creators that that you say that you lift up, they're there to shield you from all the negative, messaging that goes your way. Admittedly, that it does. Um, so if you're building relationships based on that, then yeah. But if you want real friendships that actually produce criticism and try to better yourself, I don't know how many of those you've picked in reality. Maybe that's your first step in therapy.
I would also like
Yep.
to challenge anybody.
Anybody.
Can you guys name a single creator where when they wanted to do content with them, I said no? And it sucks because you guys don't get this, but when I go offline in my life, I'm not hanging out with streamers. I'm just hanging out with people because people are people. And it sucks because I'm in the position where I have to go live on my stream and say, hey guys, look at how good of a person I am. And it makes me feel fucking pathetic. Because how else am I supposed to clear up everybody telling my community, my chat, the people who have had my back, who have given me a career, who have let me live a dream life my entire fucking life, when they can tell, oh yeah, your favorite streamer, he's a piece of shit. You know he hits women? Proof? Oh, I don't know. I just heard it off a Reddit article. It sucks. It does absolutely suck. How could it be anything other than it sucks?
Right. But in your long line of this, career that you've been so blessed to have, you have littered the road with all of your bullying, manipulation, lies, deceit to get ahead. So, although I can feel sorry for you living a very public lifestyle and having very negative interactions, a part of that is because it is not entirely, because technically speaking, you can still be criticized or unfairly accused of something, even if you've never done anything bad in your life and you're just a target of some campaign. You're not the victim that you say you are. You are a victim, but not the victim that you imply.
But if you guys want to know why I get so angry, if you guys want to know why I get so deeply hurt, because this whole time I put up this front where I am this untouchable, unaffectable amalgamation No. You guys got to understand, when I get hurt, it hurts a lot. It hurts a lot. It sucks. I have been over so many times. I have been over so many times. It hurts.
But can we rewind like 5 minutes ago when you've just rationalized why you're a narcissist? And so you saying that you've been fucked over so many times, are you suggesting that's what caused you to be the person you are? If that's the case, you truly do need therapy. Because I can understand that. That's disassociation. That's a disenfranchisement. That's many of the key markers that you see in people that do struggle and that do have mental issues. And this is not me trying to like belittle or degrade anybody, including if you're watching this tech tone. That's not the intention. The intention is to identify that even is to identify you may have a legitimate case for being upset, but your actions, have consequences, and they matter, and you shouldn't resort to bullying, manipulation, abusive behavior potentially. I'm not saying that is the case or that's even what happened because of it. Because that ain't right either. And there is time for you to seek therapy and to get help and to not feel that way. Honestly, sincerely.
A lot. It blows. And it'll probably happen again. I need therapy. Really bad.
Yeah.
I do. But I cannot tell you how many times the cycle of my life is. I meet somebody new. I help them out. I think that we're friends. I think our relationship matters. And then they stab me in the back.
Yeah, I can feel that.
Guys, I know at least 5 names for you guys, even new viewers.
But you shouldn't be surprised.
Can think of at least 5 people who have done that shit to me. Oh, and then here's the best part. Then the community says it's my fault. Do you know how much it sucks that some of my closest friends behind the scenes say they just can't do content with me anymore on stream? Yeah, it sucks. And here's the thing. I know if I were to do content with these people, it's not for viewership. It's not for viewer count. I know my viewership would go down. I can go live and just play gacha games and react to videos and get like 5,000-6,000 viewers.
Okay. Tectone. Then do that. And seek therapy in the meantime, because it's going to afford you the opportunity to do that. And that is an issue in itself with gacha and manipulation and community and all that. But that is far better than the alternative that has been historically part of your channel, where you've, bullied and started drama and tried to eliminate people, channels, effectively, by the way. That may be boring. That may not be fun. And I say to that, welcome to the workforce. There are many jobs that are not fun, but pay the bills. And yours specifically do more than that. And you should be very thankful. Unless, of course, you don't like gacha. Then maybe you should walk away from it. But I don't know if you can. I don't know if you should. If it's your financial, windfall and you need it. And you're scared to do anything else. I understand that. I understand that as well. But that's very capitalist. That's a whole nother, conversation that I don't need to have right now.
Viewers. I just miss my friends.
Well, your friends are there. Okay. Let me break this down. You miss your friends, yet you're not spending time with them offline, and you're only able to spend time with them, as you say, because you miss them online. Technically, that's not a friendship. If you're referring to, let's say, Mizkif, Asmongold, Emaru, which you have called your friends, and they're not able or do not want to do content with you, I'm not sure Asmongold will accept your invite to go over his house or whatever else, but I'm sure there's times where you guys can meet up offline. I'm not sure how close you are with Emaru. I'm not sure how close you are with Mizkif. I don't know if these are your friends that you're talking about, but whoever they are, how about you spend time with them offline? Because if you're trying to spend time with them online and you say you miss them, I don't know. Doesn't check out. Seems very transactional to me, even though you say you're not doing it for views or clout or whatever else. Yeah, there's other ways to spend time with friends.
That's it. It would be nice if we could just do shit together.
You definitely can do shit together if they're your friends. Now, if they're not your friends, then no, of course not. You're gonna be considered an outsider, and that ain't personal. That's just life.
On stream, but I know I can't.
On stream. No.
And it sucks.
I miss them so much. I could call them up as soon as I click offline, but what's the point if I can't do it online?
So yeah,
Yeah.
I have a lot of fucking damage on my
Woo! A lot of damage.
and I know a weaker man would quit in this position.
Wow, you are a strong man.
Everything I do in my life, everything I've done in the past 5 days is I need to do this so I don't die, so I can continue.
Oh no. Something happened 5 days ago. Should we go check back? Should there be a separate video about 5 days ago? And 10 days ago and 20 days ago and go back in time? A retrospective? I don't think I have the time or the bandwidth to deal with that.
Streaming because I cannot let the haters win. I can't. I'll be.
It's the fucking hero's journey every 2 months with Tectone. Gotta love it.
If another woman ruins another man's life, I'll be. If another one of these fake ass content creators ruins another man's life, absolutely not.
No. You are the fucking knight in shining armor coming on your horse. I will protect you. I don't know.
But yeah, I'm dealing with a lot.
You're freaking amazing, Tectone. You continue to deal with it.
And yeah, it's scary
Yeah.
as shit when I get to be told that I'm the bad guy. Yeah, it's scary as
Wait,
shit.
what is this tone shift? What is this action? Yeah, it's scary as shit. That doesn't sound like you're scared. That sounds like it's an act.
Shit. When I see people's chats completely unmoderated, when they're calling someone who's supposed to.
I think this is that arc, right? Where he's trying to build up the strength. And to end it. How far are we? Yeah, we're getting close to the end.
Be their friend. Someone who's committing crimes.
What?
And here's the thing. A lot of y'all are saying, oh, is he talking about MTash? Is he talking about Mr. Pokey? Is he talking about Slime? Is he talking about Atsu? Is he talking about Pink? Is he talking about Frame? Is he talking about this person? Is he talking about that person? Can you guys just think for 5 seconds and realize how scary it is, how many people popped into your mind as I'm talking about that? I agree, I'm not.
I mean, that is not the entire list, which suggests that you have burned a lot of bridges, Tectone. Now, you could all say that they're all out against you, they're trying to take advantage of your success, blah, 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 blah. Maybe true. Possibly. Based on your own character online, I would suggest that a lot of the issues, a lot of the people coming back to haunt you are a result of your own behavior, your own choices. And you can learn from them and you can move on. Therapy is an option, forgiveness is an option, admitting fault is an option. This, whatever this is, nah, this is the same old shit. And this ain't going to help because if you did create victims on your long road to your success, they get triggered every time you deny it.
Not perfect. I agree. I make mistakes.
Do you?
But I cannot tell you how deeply it hurts to be told that I'm a bad friend when all I do is try to be the best fucking friend I possibly can be. Yeah. It sucks ass, guys. It sucks ass. And a lot of my friends have lost their careers due to false claims. And I'm very tired of seeing the internet win. And I'm very tired of seeing people who are nothing but good lose everything they have just because someone decides to lie and nobody decides to fact check it.
Well, there's a little bit of ambiguity here because there are fact checking. I don't remember his name, Scott Campbell, the previous member of OTK, actually many members of OTK who have, essentially lost their content creation by being rightfully accused of some kind of sexual impropriety to the point where they're let go. So if those are your friends, Ms. Kiff was found to not be guilty. I don't know how you want to say it because he basically lied about what the actual verdict was to make himself look better in reality. But yeah, I mean, clearly that court case didn't go any further. So in that case, but he hasn't lost his career. So who are you talking about?
And yeah,
You've destroyed Atsu's career. You've destroyed many other people. Mtash's career is hurt based on your last altercation with him. I don't know. Those are more pertinent, prescient than the ones that you're potentially describing. Not to say that, there aren't people who have been falsely accused of something and have lost everything. That has also been true in varying degrees. That could be true for you as well. But based on your public perception, it seems unlikely entirely.
based on the current climate and seeing how the community reacts and seeing the shit I get called off of nothing to where the people who are going against me get to weaponize lies when all I am doing is telling the truth. And when I make any mistake, I say, oh, that wasn't true. Let me correct it. And they don't do the same courtesy for me. Yes, it's
Well, if you're the one that made the mistake and they didn't, there's nothing for them to apologize for. So you asking for an equal amount of concessions, maybe narcissistical, egotistical.
fucking scary. I hope you guys get why it's scary. I hope this at least helps.
Well, your community will. Your community will. Like 3,000 of them, right? Because it fluctuates between 2 to 6,000. Yeah, a good percentage of them. The ones that will keep the lights on, hopefully, will definitely believe you. Until you start, until you're ready to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
For what's going on in my mind. And don't worry, the next time you watch a react from me, I will be smiling, I will be laughing.
I bet. I bet. It's a good. This is like one of the best hero stories, hero arcs, and Tectone went to college. Tectone admitted to wanting to be a pro wrestler. This is a really good arc right now. Let's go.
And I will be enjoying my life.
Wow, what a hero's journey.
But understand, yes, I am not an invincible human being.
You're not.
I get bothered.
You're not Superman. You're Batman. You're a vigilante.
Behind the camera. As much.
I'm a human.
As much as I'd like you to believe.
Do you bleed?
That I am this.
You will.
Unstoppable, unbreakable God. The damage is starting to pile up.
Oh no.
I've had to do a lot of processing, and it's very scary. But I will continue. Because my father has always said one thing. The best vengeance is living a good life. By 2026, I will be married again. By
Nice.
2028, I will have a child.
Wait, how do you... Okay, never mind. Are you going to have your own child? How do you dictate when you're going to have a child? Is it in vitro infertilization? IV, what is it? In vitro fertilization?
And I am going to live a good life in spite of everything and everybody. I refuse
Hallelujah.
to have my life on this earth be something that people feel pity for. I will overcome everything, as I always do. Or I'll just die. I don't know.
Oh, Minecraft.
You take your pick. Chat, type 1 if you think I'll win. Type 2 if you think I'll die. I guess we'll figure it out. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Wow. To end that hero's journey so anticlimactically and so disingenuously almost makes you believe that the whole thing was basically for nothing. But the good news for you, chat, my community, is that this isn't. You've gotten more of Plazukas in the last 2 hours than you have in almost 3 months. Happy Easter, even though I do not celebrate. Happy Sunday. I'll see you in the next one. Or not. Bye for now.